in the scientists can't find that the energy, it means the energy is very difficult to find to the cameras or other nowadays the scientists create no scientists created the equipment
To measure it,
to
no? To measure that.
that
Yeah.
the consciousness. But Buddha says the consciousness is uh, engaged to the rebirth, the zygote, the consciousness get into the zygote after creating the embryo. Without consciousness, no embryo creating.
Yes. So with that kind of teaching, Hamdurani, what are
Yeah.
people still being engaged in these waste of time and spending money doing various things that are taking them away from the path? What are these things that
But
we should stop doing?
that more than 2,500 years, the Buddhists following this system.
Yeah.
Then we can't say that you stop doing your merits.
Okay.
But after realized what is Nibbhana and how we can reach, how we can stop in the rebirth,
Yes.
after that, automatically you can get rid of your unnecessary things. The first of all, you have to realize what is Nibbana. After automatically get rid of your the merits and other things we are doing to always we are doing those things to reach Nibbana.
Yes.
After getting understanding, automatically they are get rid of. Otherwise, when we are talking or we are guiding, people can't get rid of those things.
Yes.
Always they are doing those things.
Yes.
After getting understanding, automatically they are removing. Then Lord Buddha says, after the Sotapanna,
Yes.
Silabbada Paramasa, get rid of. Silabbada Paramasa means doing merits and other things we have to do for the achieve the Nibbana. We are practicing most of the things.
Yeah.
The Silabbada Paramasa means after you Sotapanna, automatically
Okay.
then get rid of those things.
Okay, so let me just explain that some more. So, dear friends in the Dhamma, the situation is this. So, actually, you don't have to actively avoid acts that you have always enjoyed before because of your rituals and your traditions and your customs and things that you do as a family or as a society or as a country or as a world. For example, if you regularly give danas, if you regularly go and water the Bodhi tree, or you go round and round the Bodhi tree before you go for an exam, and if you're like me, donate 2 lakhs to build a fence around a concrete object that we call a chaitya, then that's fine. Go ahead. And what the Buddha has pointed out, and remember, he's one of the greatest psychologists we will ever hear about. What he has said is that once you realized the true path, you heard the true path and you got onto it because you are now sotapanna, that other thing, silabbata paramata. In other words, the other thing, huh?
Silabbata Param.
So,
the Sila means we are following the merits and danas and everything we are doing to achieve Nibbana. Those are called the Silabbata Paramasa. After understanding, automatically getting rid of those things.
They will fall away.
Otherwise, we don't need to say for the devotees, you stop those things.
No. So
you should, getting understanding, automatically get rid of those things.
So that is really, really, really useful. So the message here is that you don't really have to actively avoid anything. What happens is when you have the true understanding and you're on the track, those practices that are irrelevant will slowly fall away automatically. So I want to ask a very, very important question from my brother-in-law, Rajiva. Rajiva Malli. So when we talk about getting rid of some of these, automatically getting rid of some of these useless practices, can you think of a priority thing that you might get rid of once you are on the right track? Something that you say, make a karla vadanna, there's no use doing this, I will stop.
I think, doing any merit for show to get a priority or recognition, I think that is something that is being practiced a lot nowadays. That has to go away.
That is a very important point. Thank you, Rajiv Malli. So this is a situation, how people are doing things to broadcast and to announce to everybody how important I am, how meritorious I am, how rich I am, how generous I am. So they put the figures. Oh, Damita Ratnasinghe donated Laksa 200,000 rupees in big writing, and then actually print it in concrete in front of the Chaitya to announce the fact that this has happened. Thank God, Rajiv Amali, I didn't do that. In fact, at the moment, nobody knows apart from me and my checkbook stud that I actually did this, which means that I did it without expecting anything in return. Well, not true. I actually expected not pamporia, not fame, but I expected to get something in return, maybe in a future life. But we've got 5 minutes left in our discussion. We'll spend 1 more minute on another observation or question from another Malli or Nangi of mine, and then we'll have a little bit of Vipassana Bhavana led by my Kalyana Mithtra. Darshini, you were saying yesterday about how really clever people can be imposed upon by other really clever people to do things that actually clash, that are actually inconsistent with merit. So we have smart, clever people being asked by other smart, clever people to do things that are not parallel, or do not actually eventually converge with Nibbhana. To my mind, when you said that, it made me think about manipulation. Somebody being manipulated by somebody else to gain some sort of secret agenda or something that they are going to gain from that manipulation. But that takes that poor person who's being manipulated far away from Nibbhana. Can you think of ways that you have come across in your life? You think that the Buddhism that we are practicing is actually manipulating vulnerable, ignorant people?
Manipulating. Let's see. Now, I would think like I go to temple now and then, not as often as most people do. But when I do go there, sometimes it's kind of when I see how people have these expectations. There was a priest who came and he gave his own sermon, and I think for them, like the fact that he came, they felt like duty bound to kind of reward him, like monetarily, and I don't know, taking pictures of him. They want to be seen that they had been there for that sermon. So it was not just listening to the sermon, it was all these other things, just like what Rajiva said. It's just that, it's just the broadcasting thing.
Yes. So, Amdurani, this is a situation that we have seen, friends, that happens a lot where out of respect, people feel duty bound from custom and rituals and all those things, that there is a need to pay this sadhu money. Monetarily, we are going to give this person money wrapped up in some envelope or something like that. But also we are going to wash his feet when he comes into the house. We are going to give him the best food that we can ever make, even if we are starving, and so on. And then there's all that what we call pamporyo or ceremony around this whole thing. Meanwhile, you taught me many years ago, Hamdurani, that the very word Hamdurani means that we are supposed to be people who do not need to handle money. You give us you give us food, you give us shelter, you give us medicine. So we should be engaged in practicing meditation, vipassana, bhavana, and getting to nirodha samapatti 15 hours a day. Not steal your valuable money. Forget steal. Not take your valuable money, your time, the best of your food, and things like that. That is wrong. So. Can you explain some more along those lines, Hamdurani? We've got about 2 minutes left.
Yeah, the Buddha asks for the disciples, if you want to achieve Nibbhana, you have to get rid of all the connections with the society. then we have only the two ropes and the ball. It is called,
Sirai
you know, the
Patre.
ball, we go to the Pindapata.
Yeah.
That very important things, Chivara, Pindapata, Senasana and Gilanapatya, then you explain, we want some, eat something. We want some, wear something. Then we want to shelter and the medicine. Then, when the people gives us, we are not earning money and we don't do any business or jobs, then we need these four things. Buddha asks only four merits. Other, Lord Buddha never explained about other puja or anything. He asks only the four things. The people who are going to attain Nibbhana, the devotees have to give these four things. That is only the puja and that is only the merits Buddha explained. Nowadays, something is changing the bhikshu's duty. They are not practicing and they are trying to give the people's to after death, and you know, in the after the death we are doing some ceremonies, dana, pinkang, pan sukul and everything.
Yes.
But all the things we have to practice before dying. After dying, how can what is the things, the after dying we can't